here in sunny Sweden at the International Press Drive for the E-5008. Up to 660 kilometer range for the large battery, claimed 500 kilometer range for the all-wheel drive with the smaller battery. Comes with a couple of different trims. We're going to have a look around the outside and the inside, and most importantly, take it out for a drive. So let's get into it. So very much like the 3008 video that's already up on my channel, this is the design language for the Peugeot. You've got that integrated colour on the GT line and that graduated grille. You've got that gloss black bar between the headlights, and you've got that line claw mark down 3. Some gloss black down in underneath here. 5008, because it will come in a couple of different powertrains. It doesn't tell you that it's an electric version on the front. This is a ground-up EV, and then it is turned into a mild hybrid and a plug-in hybrid. You've got your gloss black in underneath. So you've got your body colour comes in 6 different colours, and then you've got this kind of grey, and you've got some gloss black going on here. Let's open up the bonnet so you can see what's in underneath there. There is no frunk. We're still going to have a look and see. Pull it twice. And then it should just lift. Oh yeah, there's a bit of space in there actually. You could get an aftermarket frunk in there for people that are asking. Large shield. Then down along the side. You've got 19s and 20-inch wheels. Some people get a bit OCD about these ones because they never line up after once they're set correctly. As in the design of them. You can see the back one is slightly different. They'll all be different with the way the wheels are turning. You've got your gloss black wheel arch on the GT line. You've got your Peugeot shield. Then you've got your silver roof line that goes all the way along. Gloss black and matte black with your indicator and your 360-degree camera on the GT line. Retractable. You've got your gloss black along the bottom scuff plate that protects the bottom of the door so the muck doesn't get inside. Size-wise, it's 15 centimeter longer than the first one, than the previous model, apologies, 25 centimeter longer than the Peugeot 3008. As standard, it gets LED matrix headlights, LED lights, and then pixel matrix on the GT line. No chrome anywhere on the car. You have no window seal exposed either, very much like that 3008, so it goes from body colour straight into glass. You've got your gloss black roof rails, 75 kg I believe, on the weight distribution. So then size overall, wheelbase 2.9 meters. Length overall is 4.79 meters, so it's not as long as the Kia EV9, which is a 5 meter vehicle. Width is 1.8 meters, 1.89, and then height is 1.69. Who is it going up against? Kia EV9, Mercedes-Benz EQB, EQS SUV, EV. Obviously they're all different prices, but those are all the electric 7-seaters. You've got some other Stellantis brands like the Berlingo, and then the medium-sized van like the Citroen Space Tour, and then you've got the Volvo EX90. So if you're looking for a 7-seater electric, if that's why you've tuned into this video, they're the options. But this is kind of sitting in that sweet spot between the Stellantis commercial vehicles that have put seats into it. This is probably going to be the more affordable end of electric 7-seaters. Battery sizes comes in a 73 kilowatt hour and a 98 kilowatt hour. AC, as standard on 11, you can get a 22 kilowatt optional upgrade, and then DC 160 kilowatts, so 20 to 80% in about 30 minutes. A couple of different engine electric motor sizes as well. Down at the rear, you've got that gloss black shark fin aerial. You've got that roofline in silver that comes all the way along, and then into the C and D pillar, you've got that design feature here with the 3 stripes at the back, and then down along the back, you've got your 3 claws, your high-level brake lamp, your window wiper, your Peugeot wording in the black band, and then E, the only where it says it's E is here, 5008. You've got your silver and then your gloss black. Nice. On the GT trim, it does kick to open, but it never works on camera for me. I've got all the seats up in this one as it is. about 260 litres with 7 rows up, so you're getting a couple of carries. Now I put the carry-ons this way, so let me bring it back to what it would normally look like. And you can see the cover there is able to be stored in under the seat. So you can see there, you have the ability of bringing it back. Now, if you want this, you can drop that down there. You've got a subfloor. This is front wheel drive, the one we're driving here today. Entry level engine, 210 brake horsepower. There's a 230 brake and then there's a 320 brake. So this is the entry level, where it's all-wheel drive with the rear motor. This subwell isn't in it, so you won't have that storage in underneath here. You can see you've got your charging cables, etc. So it goes right the way in underneath the seat. Knocking seats down, then if you wanted a larger boot, you just pull these 2 levers. That falls flat. All down, 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 down. And then put that back in there. So you can fold all of them down flat. Now on the existing 5008, that passenger seat folds flat as well. But this folds, you can see it's a fully flat floor. And then I can pop down these seats with this lever and a flat floor all the way through. So all of them can fold down. This is if I wanted it that. So you can have a number of different variations. It's 3 seats along the middle and then 2 in the back. Let's put that back up. Let's put that back up. So that's the boot. Very versatile. And power tail lift on the GT trim. Inside the boot as well, then you've got your light, not much else. So let's have a look in the 3rd row. Middle row does fold flat like we talked about, but also it has an recline of 5 different positions. It's got 2 isofix, one either side. The current 5008 has that middle isofix as well. So Peugeot saying that they're only 20% of their buyers use that middle isofix. So some people really wanted that 3 in a row, but that's not going to happen here. Sliding, and it's a 2-in-1 setup. So that slides forward, and then to easy access into the back, you lift that fella up and the actual rail disengages, and so you can get right in to the 3rd row and then click it down. Now, I am 6'2", 188 centimeters. At that seat, with the way it is at the moment, rolled all the way forward, I have a good bit of room. My legs can fit underneath. I am not the typical target audience for in the back of this thing. Headroom, I'm actually fitting in. Now, leg room in the middle row at the moment is very minimum. So this chair would have to come back, but I'm not the target audience for this. In the back, you've got 12 volt up here. There's a bit of a lack of USB and A and C in the back of it here, but 12 volt up here. Good to have this window for rear passengers. Seatbelt here with the holder. A fairly basic drink/snack holder. Some tie-off points from the boot if you do have the trunk exposed. And then you do have seatbelt here, and then the middle seatbelt for the middle passenger in the middle row, or the 2nd row as they call it. But in the back here, fairly comfortable. Like if you had to be in it, like for smaller people, no problem at all. Getting out then is literally popping this fella up, and the whole seat moves forward, so you can see the rail system that they've got going on here. Great space in underneath that there. What else have we got? Getting in and getting out. It is a fairly high step. I have no problem doing it, but just be conscious of maybe trying it out in your local dealership, that higher step. And then we slide it back. Middle row. 3 nice seats, 3 individual headrests. That centre one folds down, but it also has, on the GT line, a centre armrest with cup holders. In the Peugeot, you do have tri-zone as well. The voice assistant. Cancel. Hey Peugeot, cancel. You've got tri-zone and heated seats on the GT trim. So it's nice to have it. And you've got USB type A and C. Sorry, they're both USB type Cs, and a 12 volt little storage area in underneath. So that seat now, that seat is set, the driver's seat set for me. My long legs, my feet go in underneath. Let's close this door. Actually, on the door, you can see the quality of it. You've got the ambient lighting. You've got this gorgeous fabric. 23% of the materials used in this, and the overall weight of the vehicle is recycled. You've got some nice silver going on. The windows, how far down do they go? Not bad. And then on the GT spec, you also have your blinds built in. Up they go. This one has that pano sunroof as well that opens up, and it does have a blind. Good clunk on the door. You've got your coat hook here. Nice headroom for the 6'2" fella in the back. Not bad. Maybe 2-3 centimeters. Yeah, good. So space in the back, decent as well. That panel sunroof makes a huge difference in the car, just for brightness and lightness. And then we're going up here to, like the 3008, beautiful interior that they've brought into the new range, the new design language. Let's go up the front. Body colour door handles. Keyless entry, keyless start. You've got memory. You've got lumbar support. You've got AGR comfort seats. You've got that sill plate. You've got your traditional Stellantis switchgear on the door. And again, it's very similar like the passenger door. Nice design. Decent pockets. Kind of hidden in underneath that armrest. Got your boot release. And then into the front. We will start on we've done the door already. So over here, we've got the automatic tail lift on the GT line, turning off the sensors inside. Your little coin holder. That flat top, flat bottom steering wheel. This is on the smaller side, but you've got haptic, and it kind of senses when you're there, and then it doesn't activate until you do it. You've got your speeds limiter, cruise control on the left-hand side, and the right-hand side, then you've got your volume, and you've got your voice control on your phone. Steering wheel is reach and rake. Up, down, in and out. Some gloss black going on the steering wheel, on some of the dash, and also a small, but not bad actually. You've got your iToggles here with your customizable little widget buttons, shortcuts, there's 10 of them. You've got your start stop button. You've got your Stellantis switchgear, park, reverse neutral, drive. And on the back of the steering wheel, we'll talk about that when we're out driving, we've got the regenerative braking. 21-inch iCockpit floating. Left-hand side is your driver display. Right-hand side is your... Let's turn this fella off. She keeps this standstill one that I want. No. Cancel.
I can't tell you the distance because I don't.
There we go. And so you've got your home. You've got your music, your widgets. Sorry, there's a bit of a glare off that there. But yeah, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay as standard. And on the Google Assistant has ChatGPT built into it, I believe. I'm not sure if it's been rolled out yet. Then below that, then we've got some shortcuts. You've got your wireless charging pad in here. You've got your shortcuts for aircon, demisting, etc. Your drive mode selections, your hazard lights, your physical knob, the volume knob, your handbrake button, 2 cup holders, decent size glove box with some storage inside there, and then a nice little storage area down here with your 2 USB Type C's, one for data, one for charging. You've got your glove box, some gorgeous fabrics. You've got that ambient lighting as well, really nice at night time. I think 8 different colors up in the head unit as well. You also have a sunglass holder. So yeah, nice. Let's bring that down. And let's bring that back up. Automatic. You can see here, I'm after driving it for the last couple of hours and we're getting just over 15 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. And so that's telling you on this size battery, which is the 73 kilowatt hour, it's coming in at, it's saying it should be 500. It's coming in at just under 500. So fair play of Peugeot on their efficiency here in Sweden. What other notes have we got? It's based on the STLA medium platform, which is going to be used across the Stellantis group. This is their next generation. Battery going to be produced in France. The car itself produced in France, so all in Europe, specifically France. Drag coefficient of 0.29. That range is between 500 and 660. We've covered a lot of it. It's a 400 volt lithium ion battery, NMC, nickel, manganese and cobalt. located on the floor. It also has vehicle to load capability that we've been told about, and over-the-air update. So this SDLA platform is going to be kind of future-proofed as much as they can. Heated steering wheel as standard. ChatGPT we talked about. The GT version are ventilated and massage seats as well, which is nice, and heated seats in the rear. The GT version also has adaptive air bolsters in the side of the actual chairs, so you can increase and decrease how figure hugging they are. The range is a permanent magnet synchronous motor offering better power and efficiency. The two-wheel drive version is 157 kilowatt or 345 newton meter. And then the next step up then is the 170 kilowatt or 345 newton meter. That's the 210 or the 230 brake horsepower. Then there's an all-wheel drive, so 157 kilowatt motor at the front and an 80 kilowatt at the rear, giving you 237 kilowatt for the all-wheel drive version. That's going to give you 345 newton meters of torque, 320 horsepower. Heat pump option. The GT line also has two-tone, that black roof with the different colors, 6 different colors, and they are, and then we go out for a drive, Obsession Blue, Ngaro Blue, and that's what we have here is the Ngaro Blue, the white, the black, the grey in Artense or Titanium, and then you've got the two-tone version of it. That is the inside and the outside of the Peugeot E-5008. We've already had this conversation in the comments of how to say it, but first drive, let's go out for it now. Nevo Electric Vehicle Show is back in partnership with Bank of Ireland. The show's second instalment will take place in the RDS Simmons Court on the 10th of November 2024. Building on the sold-out success of the previous show, this will be Ireland's largest ever motor show. Experience all things e-mobility with over 30 manufacturer brands displaying over 80 electric vehicles, the latest in charging and energy solutions, engaging discussions with industry experts, exhilarating test drive experiences, and captivating live vehicle demonstrations. Visit Nevo.ie today to learn more and register for your free ticket. What's it like driving the Peugeot E-5008? You can definitely tell it's a large vehicle, and we're in the smaller battery with the smallest power, 210 brake horsepower, and it is probably lacking a bit in grunt if you are caught off guard. It's not bad, it steadily builds up, don't get me wrong, but I don't know why they bother putting sport mode into it, because it isn't really much difference. We're on windy, roads here in Sweden, and with a maximum speed on currently of 70 kilometers an hour, so I can't really test it out. But on the motorway, it was a good cruiser, it wasn't too noisy. This smaller steering wheel, I don't think it's as small as something like in the Peugeot E-5008. I definitely think it's larger than that, so it's going to be the same one that's in the 3008. Visibility is good. We don't have a head-up display because that 21-inch panoramic iCockpit is just above the steering wheel, just below the windscreen in that field of vision. Good size wing mirrors with blind spot and decent glass out the back, and they're saying that it's actually more glass than what's in the current model. Now, as you get more and more people in row 2 and row 3, that visibility is going to decrease, and probably wouldn't have been a bad idea to have a camera option on that rear view mirror. Tried the driver assists on the way up, automatic cruise control, very good. You can hear the there on the speed sign recognition and warning. Lane centering, lane keeping, haven't really experienced much of it. There is a small little warning on that iCockpit. I know in the 3008 they have talked about a shortcut to kind of cut that down if you didn't like those driver assists coming into it. Seats are super comfortable, and on this GT trim we have heated, ventilated and massage on the driver's side. I know they're ventilated and heated on the passenger side, and then heated in the rear then as well. Something I didn't talk about when we were doing the walk around was the new Allure package that they're offering. 8-year warranty, not just on battery, the whole vehicle, and this is going to be rolled out across all their electrified versions in the Peugeot range. So great to see that European manufacturer stepping up. The Koreans really had it to themselves for a long while with those 7-year warranties, and some of the Chinese manufacturers as well. So Europe and Peugeot have stepped up to say, okay, if warranty is your concern, we now have this Allure package with 8-year across everything, and it's not just the newer models, it's going to be all of their models, which I think is a great vote of confidence in it. Brakes are nice, that regen braking, you have 3-stage. The pedals, it isn't 2-stage like on the other Stellantis models, even though it is the same switchgear. There's my indicator going on that I shouldn't have put on. That's my hazard lights going on. Very touch sensitive. I'm here today with Caroline Kidd from Changing Lane, and she's going to give out to me as my co-pilot if I don't pay attention to the road. But she's been very good helping me out. She says no more. Go and check out Caroline's video if you've already watched my one. Caroline's video will be hitting her Changing Lanes YouTube channel very soon as well. So overall, it's a lovely, confident drive. Not as I didn't get as much time in the 3008. That was a much shorter press drive. We will be getting that back on the channel when it comes back to Ireland. So looking forward, like this, getting in a right-hand drive, also getting it on Irish roads that we know. But today in Sweden, very competent. Yes, you can feel it is a heavy SUV, 7 seats, and this entry-level electric motor, that 110 brake horsepower, is a small bit wheezy with it, to be quite honest. It gradually builds up, as I said, but in overtaking maneuvers and even on drive modes, we put it into sport here now and put the shoe down. Do you know what? It's actually not bad, but it hasn't got that instantaneous torque that we're used to on a lot of larger electric vehicles that you can get around. But that's not what this is for. This is for getting your kids, getting the family, getting your loved ones to A to B, nice and safe. Otherwise, hopefully you've enjoyed my first drive and first look around the E-5008. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so. Hit the like button, comment, let me know if it's on the shopping list. This is probably going to be the most affordable electric 7-seater of status. Yes, you've got the Stellantis commercial van range with that electrified version, but this is probably coming in, and this is where they're going to. The 5008 currently is a huge percentage seller for Peugeot, and I think this E-5008, for those that want to go electric, it's going to be a number of thousands cheaper than the Kia and the Mercedes-Benz EQB. We don't get right-hand drive Tesla Model X's, but expensive. The Volvo EX90, expensive. We haven't got the ID Buzz in 7-seater yet in the European market. So it kind of has it to itself. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. And if you enjoyed this video, I know you're going to enjoy that video too. Thanks very much for watching.